Hi, my name is Natasha Tracy, and this is Bipolar Burble. Today, I want to talk about specifically what it's like to get a chronic illness diagnosis. So, I've been having chronic migraines for 13 months. It's been really awful. And I'm at a point now where I get migraines pretty much every single day. And I'm taking medication every single day to try to deal with them. It's been a really rocky road trying to get anyone to help me or even diagnose what the headaches are. So I've just been going through saying, I just get a lot of headaches, I get a lot of headaches. And then finally, I talked to a doctor who specializes in headaches, and he said, yes, those are chronic migraines. Okay, fine. So when he told me that, obviously nothing changed. It didn't go from me having a bunch of migraines to me not having a bunch of migraines. And it didn't go from me having not a lot to a lot, right? Everything about my life at that point remained the same. The pain, the suffering, everything. The only thing that changed was the diagnosis. The only thing that changed were the tiny words on my chart that said chronic migraines. And for some reason, that bothered me. Having those words on my chart really bothered me. It was like admitting that there was this huge issue. Migraines are scary, ask anyone. And it wasn't going to go away because that's literally what the word chronic means. So I was suddenly scared now that it had a real name. And I didn't like the name, I guess you could say. I don't know. Maybe I was hoping someone would say, oh, you have chronic Fred. Or maybe I was hoping someone said you have, sporadic Fred. I don't know what I was hoping. But suffice it to say, when those words actually came down on me, I felt really bad. And it actually really increased my depression for a while. I couldn't handle the fact that I had another chronic illness. Bipolar has come in and torn my life apart over and over and over again. And now I have a life that's engineered for bipolar disorder to try and make that tearing apart as minimal as possible. And I couldn't sort of handle the fact that I was going to have to take into account another chronic illness on top of that. It just seemed too much for me. I just couldn't handle it. So what I want to say today is that chronic illness, whatever it is, just that diagnosis carries a weight with it. And for me, it made my other chronic illness, bipolar disorder, worse, just getting a diagnosis. And I want you to know that if this happens to you, if you get a diagnosis that is something terrible, and it doesn't even have to be a chronic illness, it could be a diagnosis of anything, but just having those words on your chart can be very, very upsetting. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. Illness is hard. The words are hard, and the realities of it are hard. And when you first hear about it, it's maybe the hardest. My name is Natasha Tracy, and this is Bipolar Burble.